Hello and welcome. I am Crystal Cockerham of Wisdom Awakens, LLC. I am a spiritual mentor, feminine wisdom teacher, and author. And I am hopping on here today to speak to you about my upcoming offering that begins next Wednesday called the Intuitive Connection Circle. And the Intuitive Connection Circle is an empowering, supportive, and sacred space of 5 weeks consecutively in a row. So it's 5 sacred circles with teaching, support, guidance, connection, community, on all that good stuff. Good afternoon. I am using StreamYard. So if you are commenting, if you don't want to allow StreamYard the permission to share your name, if you could just kind of type it in there so that I know who I'm talking to, that I would really appreciate that. Thank you. So some of the things, so why join the Intuitive Connection Circle, right? So, well, we are all born with intuition, intuitive senses. Every living being on this planet, hi Stephanie, thank you for joining, has an intuitive muscle, has intuitive senses. Hi Adrienne, thank you for that. And we're born with it, and it's that conditioning and our upbringing and life experiences that lead us to believe that somehow we are not, or leads us to second guess and trust the connection that we have. So I believe that we are always connected. It's those layers of armor, of conditioning, of hurts and ignored patterns and feelings that make us feel like we are not connected, and that leave us second guessing and doubting. So during the Intuitive Connection Circle, absolutely you're going to learn some ways in which you can strengthen your intuitive muscle and really practice that connection and trusting that connection. And there's lots and lots that you can learn and start walking that path. And you're also going to start realizing what is coming up for you that leads you to doubt or second guess. And that is where the big juiciness happens. Because I could absolutely do a full day workshop or a 5-part series and just focus on intuitive exercises. I absolutely could do that. And those are fun. Those are beautiful. Those are really great learning opportunities. However, if you only focus on learning and gathering tools without really looking at the other side of it, then your growth is going to be kind of going against itself, right? So you'll get glimpses, but they won't stick because there's still this thing that creeps up that makes you doubt or second guess or downright ignore the reality of this thing that you have called intuition, that we all have as humanoids on the planet Earth. We all have it. And so part of what we are going to be doing are things that are going to help show the way of what is blocking you and what is holding you back and what is slowing you down. So we will be, learning how to create a sacred space, a physical sacred space, an energetic sacred space, and all of those things that creep up, that bring up the self-talk that does not belong in sacred space, right? We're going to be talking about mindset. Self-talk is a big part of mindset. Self-talk, inner voice, intuition, perspective, reflection, accountability for yourself and with each other. And part of that then leads into the faithful general, which is ego. And ego is the one who literally leads the way for your conditioned self. And your conditioned self is the voice of the self-talk that blindly follows the faithful general, who's falsely being the leading role in your life when you are supposed to be the one who is in that leader role of your life. And we are really going to talk about abundance, energy, and manifesting, because those are absolutely part of, you come into a piece of work and you set an intention for that piece of work. And part of it being helpful and useful is it coming, manifesting. So are you open truly for that? Or are you saying it and still letting fear hold you back? There's lots of signs and lots of yummy stuff that is going to be happening during the intuitive connection circle. And so I just want to welcome the Facebook users. I know one is Adrian. I do not know who the other one is, and Stephanie. And if you are watching this on the replay, welcome. Please take a moment just to introduce yourself. And if you have any questions, or if perhaps this is for you, maybe state, what drew you to it and what you're hoping to gain, because that may help others who are considering joining our community as well. And so, of course, when we talk about abundance energy, and we talk about, manifesting, it's absolutely critical when you're doing self-care, creating sacred space, forming a daily practice, stretching your intuition, is that you exert self-care and creating sacred space and really honoring your connection and your intuition. That is absolutely self-care. And self-care really helps you establish boundaries for yourself, with yourself, and with others. And it also really helps you along the way of achieving that self-love, right? That unconditional self-love. So part of what you receive when you join the Intuitive Connection Circle is you will be directed to download the Telegram app on your phone. I already have a group going for the Intuitive Connection Circle that begins on Wednesday, April, is it 28th? Hold on. Next Wednesday is April 28th, yes. And it will run through the month of May. And so those ladies and I already have some communication, doing some icebreakers so that we can make the most out of our sacred time together. And during that group, while we're in the process of the 5-week series, it is going to be there as a daily tool to really help support with perhaps daily tips, perhaps feedback. If you have questions while you're moving through the content and you don't want to wait until the following week, they could be, addressed at that time. It's just a lovely space that exists outside of normal social media channels, so that, when you log into social media, it's very easy to get distracted and taken down rabbit holes, so to speak. And so I find that those private groups in other venues are very, very helpful and accommodating. Also, each participant is going to receive a PDF version of my piece for Radical Self-Love. that includes the Fear Rebel training and the Fear Flow exercise. And the title of that work is called Be a Fear Rebel. And that is included because it's absolutely supportive in everything that you're trying to do and move through and manifest for yourself, even beyond our time together. So it's absolutely a tool I want you to be able to use over and over and over again. And of course, I have some other supportive materials that I will be sharing with the group and in the circle as we move forward throughout our time, that they will be able to use and resource beyond the 5 weeks. So, in a nutshell, that is the Intuitive Connection Circle. I am so happy that you joined me live or during the replay, whatever your real divine time is in tuning in. Please let me know in the comments if you have any questions. I would love to address them because I promise if you have that question, someone else also has that question. Or it's going to trigger a series of questions for other participants or potential participants. Also, this is something that I will, of course, be offering on a regular-ish basis. And, there'll be different days and times. This particular offering is going to be Wednesday evenings, beginning the 28th and going throughout the month of May. And we're going to start at 7 p.m. Eastern. They will be recorded. So if there's one that you need to miss for whatever reason, the replay will be available. And today is the last day to really enjoy the early bird savings. So the investment for the Intuitive Connection Circle is $227. With the early bird savings of $40, that takes the investment down to $187. I would like to, let me find it here. I am going to add the link to the information page of the Intuitive Connection Circle. And that way you can kind of go there and pick up some more details. And the link to register is also located on that page. So I hope that you choose to join us for this awesome, incredible, amazing opportunity for you to gather in community and grow as an individual. And also, the ladies and I know, are all really anxious and excited to welcome you to our circle. That is what I have for you for today. Thank you so much for joining me, and I will talk to you soon.